We're back with another episode of The Space, a mindfulness podcast for everyone. I'm Casey Donovan with the words of mindfulness expert Amy Malloy. Today we're talking about micro-dosing validation. Gosh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? We spotted this phrase on the Instagram page of author James McRae, also known as words of vibrations. Validation is when we seek out approval or confirmation that our feelings are valid or worthy. Guilty. We microdose validations when we take small amounts of this drug. The most obvious example is checking social media. Constantly. We do it after an argument with our partner, when we text 3 different friends to give them a blow by blow. We do it when we're sick and we head to good old Dr. Google. Every time, it's a little shot for our ego. Ah, I was right. I knew it. Well, they should have listened to me. The thing is, validation isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's very natural to crave it. The problem comes when we start to rely on it, just like any other drug. Answer these questions for me now. How do you feel when your partner doesn't agree with you? How do you react when a friend has a different opinion? Does the need for validation change your behaviour? Do you change your opinions around different people? Do you run your choices through a filter? What will other people think of me? So, now you have your answers. Here's a little pep talk from us. The best way to chase validation is from 2 sources: external and internal. Sure, it's great to seek out support, but how can you support yourself? Let's start out small. The next time you crave validation, try a 1-for-1 approach. Seek out one source of external validation, but also do one thing to support yourself. Instead of posting on Instagram, look through your photos, but just don't post any. Take a few moments gazing at yourself. Remind yourself why you are the person that you are proud of. Often we seek validation to erase discomfort. Maybe you aged in a way you weren't proud of. You want somebody to tell you it's okay. Instead, how can you own it and learn from it? Remind yourself of the difference between shame and guilt. Guilt is saying, I did a bad thing. Shame is thinking, I am a bad person. Which category would you place yourself in? How can you put yourself back in the good place? Finally, choose your validators wisely. The best support crew won't paper over the cracks. They'll gently tell you when they believe you weren't right. They'll do it with no judgment. They'll allow you to feel heard. You can always go validation cold turkey. Stop seeking it out. Stop chasing that high. After a while, we predict your self-esteem will lift. And it will all be you. Space out.